Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Ghastly's Cult Classics. This is me, Ghastly Satana. And first thing I have to say is I had a few things lined up for the show tonight. A special guest who wasn't able to make it. I'm not sure what happened, but we'll be getting back to him shortly, maybe within the next couple of weeks. But he's been doing some fantastic research on the Sasquatch. So we're going to have him in. He's going to show us his amazing footage of the Sasquatch and his hunt for the Sasquatch. It should be a great show, but I think he was a little hungover today and wasn't able to make it. So we'll have to get back to him another time. Welcome to Ghastly's Cult Classics. This is episode 3. Hello. Welcome to Ghastly's Cult Classics. Tonight we have a monster movie for you. Monster movie show, so you need a monster movie. And this is The Abominable Dr. Phibes, starring Vincent Price. I'm going to show you a trailer for that. And the other feature of this episode is the 25th anniversary of Danzig 1. Danzig 1 came out in 1988 and still one of my favorite albums of all time. And but we are going to do this quick because we're on a tight schedule. So first off, we are going to watch the trailer for The Abominable Dr. Phibes. Abominable Dr. Phibes. Hello everybody, welcome to Ghastly's Cult Classics. Tonight we have some good stuff for you. We got Cradle of Filth, we got Hellraiser, and we have a special guest. JLB is his name, and he's a special guest. And, well, anyway, first things first, we're going to show the trailer here for Hellraiser. Clive Barker, Hellraiser 1987. Here you go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ghastly's Cult Classics. This is me, Ghastly, saying hello. We got a show tonight for you again. And tonight's show is featuring the creature from the Black Lagoon. I'm going to tell a story because I don't have that much else going on, and I thought you might like to hear a story. And, well, I got a little bit of footage I found on Kiss from back when they looked normal, you know, with makeup. And so, first thing we got to do is show you the trailer for the film tonight, The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Watch this trailer. Enjoy. Wow! Shocking and suspenseful. Amazing. Shockingly suspenseful. I'm shocked. And, well, that's the movie tonight, Creature from the Black Lagoon. I'll tell you a little bit about that in a little bit. But first I'm going to tell you about the music we're featuring tonight. We are going to check out this band right here, Kiss. This is their first album. They got together in 1973. And this record here got released around 1974. It was kick-ass, every song I love, and the rest of their albums right up to when they broke the original lineup up around 1980. They released tons of stuff. They have 28 gold records. They were huge in the 70s. I mean, little kids listen to this. I had my desk covered with Kiss logos. My parents wouldn't let me go see them, but every time there was something on TV, I was sure to check it out with or without permission. And I love Kiss, and you should too. It's good for your health. And so, without further ado, we are going to listen to Deuce. Uh, what I was gonna do is tell a little story. I'm not sure what the guidelines are on these services that I'm using about telling stories that could get me in trouble. So maybe I shouldn't even bother. Um, Briefly, I'll tell a story. There was this time I was in art school, and I didn't give too much heed to art school. It wasn't too exciting for me. And I was outside having a smoke with an art teacher, and I asked him, look, I've been in this all the time, and nobody's talking about oil painting. I want to know about oil painting. I asked him a bunch of questions. He answered my question. I said, well, that's great. I don't need any more art school. And just as that happened, this red Mustang pulled up in front of the school, driven by Ghoul Boy, my buddy. So he says, hey, Ghastly, come on over here, man. So me and Ghoul Boy go for a drive listening to Misfits. Drive around town till we met this girl with blue hair. She gave us a certain sheet of something, and we went back to his place, ditched the car, and went night clubbing, drinking shooters out of test tubes and sort of that kind of thing. Anyway, I'm going to make it a brief story. Maybe I won't even include this. I don't think I'm going to. Okay, so anyway, like I was saying, we went night clubbing. Then we found this totem pole, and we lay with our feet at the totem pole's base and leaned back and looked up at all this stuff going on around it. And we went for a walk, walked around Toronto, and saw some things, and everything was kind of crazy. And well, to make a long story short, we ended up in this field in a schoolyard or something. And right in the middle of downtown Toronto, Ghoul Boy says to me, wouldn't it be crazy if we saw a UFO after seeing all this other stuff, which I'm not going to get into because it would describe exactly what kind of sheep we had eaten. Well, he says, wouldn't it be great if we see a UFO? I said, fuck no, man. No, we don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. And of course, off in the horizon, this thing starts coming towards us. Slowly. I said, oh man, here we go. It hovers over us, this UFO. And he says to me, you want to get abducted? I said, no damn way. And we started to run. He followed me. Ghoul Boy came running along beside me. Ghastly, what are you doing? Come on, we'd have the adventure of a lifetime. And anyway, it took me 3 days to settle down, let's say. And nothing really happened. We didn't get abducted that night. And that was the first time I saw a UFO. I thought I'd share that with you. And now I'm going to talk about the film for tonight, The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Hello everybody, welcome to Ghastly's Cult Classics. Sorry we took a little break there for a week. We had a little technical difficulty. Anyway, we're picking up the show where we left off, and it's a little bit different now. So anyway, first thing, as always, we show a trailer. Now, the trailer for tonight is the wonderful film Plan 9 from Outer Space, which was originally called Grave Robbers from Outer Space by the magnificent Ed Wood. And we're also, tonight, we're going to talk to horror director Seb Godin. I don't know if I said that right. I always kind of stumble, but Seb Godin, brilliant guy, and you'll enjoy listening to him and me asking him some questions. And well, let's just start off with the trailer for Plan 9 from Outer Space. Hello everybody, welcome to Ghastly's Cult Classics. I'm Ghastly Satana. And tonight we got a special show. We're going to talk to a filmmaker and comic book creator by the name of Toby Johansson. Toby Johansson has made a movie called Hacksaw, a documentary of a psycho killer, and he has a collection of comic books. Well, the interview that we have, there's two versions of it. There's one I put online already, and you can check that out at YouTube. But this one is more edited, and we don't unfortunately get to talk about the comic books. And so if you want the full interview, do please check out my YouTube, Ghastly Satana. And so also we have a film. Tonight we're going to delve into the old archive crypt and dig out the Atom Age vampire movie from Italy. And that movie, well, it's cool. It's black and white, and it's spooky, and lots of ghouls, lots of ghoulish stuff. A beautiful lady gets her face all kind of screwed up, and then the doctor has to patch her back up. Anyway, this is the trailer for that movie, Atom Age Vampire. Hello everybody, welcome to Ghastly's Cult Classics. This is me, Ghastly Satana. Welcome to Ghastly's Cult Classics. I'm Ghastly Satana. Tonight we are having an interview with a score composer for horror films named Brett Montez. He's a great guy. We're going to talk to him. Also tonight we are going to feature the film The Night of the Living Dead, 1968 classic by George Romero. I don't know how many times I've seen this film, and I never get tired of it. This is the original, man. This is the original zombie flick. I mean, there's lots of white zombies, some other zombie films before, but this is the zombie apocalypse. This is the first one. This is the real deal. So let's take a look at the trailer for that, 1968's Night of the Living Dead, George Romero. Yeah, that looks good. For once, I can honestly say for the last couple of weeks with these public domain films, this is the best one so far. I'm like, I can't wait to watch it tonight, and I hope you enjoy it too. But first, let's talk to horror score composer Brett Montez. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Brett Montez. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. I did. And now we are going to do something I know you guys are going to like as much as I do, is we're going to watch Night of the Living Dead. Hello, welcome to Ghastly's Cult Classics. It's me, Ghastly, trying to light a cigarette here. There's really nothing going on the show today because, well, that just sort of is the way it happened. We're going to watch the movie Nosferatu. In a moment, we'll look at the trailer for that. But I thought I'd get a little bit of time for you to get to know me a little bit better. The way I ended up like this is... See? I knew you knew what that was. I didn't have to explain that to you. Yeah, that's how I ended up like this. A little bit of dabbling here and there. I was thinking about reading something to you, but it's a little bit long. It's about the first time I dropped acid with a bunch of friends when I was 15. I like to call it the Benji Hayward Acid Memorial. See, what happened was we had bought a lot of acid and we were going to try it. I read some books first and stuff, got into the, Ken Kesey and Timothy Leary, that sort of thing, William S. Burroughs and some fucking William Blake, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we were about to drop acid and we got a couple guys to test it. The same night that we tested it, I wasn't there, but there was a Pink Floyd concert. And this kid named Benji Hayward dropped a whole bunch of acid and ended up in the harbor in Toronto and drowned in the frozen water. So the next day at school, they cautioned us all about the perils of LSD. And this kid Benji Hayward, who none of us knew, he died, and it was very sad, And so anyhow, a week later, we decided to dedicate our acid trip to Benji, and well, it was quite a colorful night, and that was the beginning of a long, fun time. I was 15 then, and now I'm 41, and what I gotta tell you is after 20 years of not taking any LSD, I recommend you buy yourself a sheet. I don't know where you'll find it. I happened to find mine when these guys came going across Canada, stopped at my house and needed a place to stay. I threw a party and I let them all crash. So what they did is they gave me a sheet of acid, and I happened to have some of my buddies around. So for 3 days we tripped in May 2 years ago. And I gotta tell you, the trip that you're on when you're a kid is something, but the trip you have as an adult, a fully functioning, developed brain, and wow, pretty amazing. And Led Zeppelin still sounds amazing on drugs. Well, there is no trailer for Nosferatu. This was 1922. Maybe they hadn't even thought of fucking trailers back then. F.W. Monroe made Nosferatu in 1922. It starred Max Schreck as the nefarious Count Orlak, I believe. Orlak, yeah. And talking about copyright, there's always this thing now with me. This film is obviously in public domain, so I can use that. But back in the day when they made the film, the novel Dracula by Bram Stoker was actually still under copyright, so they weren't able to take that story without whatever they would have needed to do to be able to use the story. Anyway, they took the story and they just changed the names, and they made Count Dracula Count Orlak. And anyway, it's one of the most incredibly beautiful, eerie films ever made. I believe I first saw it in grade 3 during Halloween festival at school, and I've been in love with the film ever since. We had it on the projector in the classroom, and the rest of the little kids were like, fucking and I was like, yeah, this is fucking awesome. So I've always had a love for this film, and why not share it tonight with you? If you got the time, you're up this late, you tuned in to watch this stuff, and I'm really sorry I didn't have much going on today on the show. Hopefully that story made you giggle or something. Anyway, please enjoy Nosferatu, 1922's Nosferatu, the original. Hello everybody, welcome to Ghastly's Cult Classics. This is Ghastly Satana, coming to you from the studio living room Ghastly house, and tonight's feature film is going to Hello everybody, welcome to Ghastly's Cult Classics. Tonight we are returning, and it's a new episode, a new season, season 2 of Ghastly's Cult Classics. We did 12 episodes last time, and I learned a whole bunch of fun things and got to meet some cool people. Two of the people that I met in the last season have come back tonight. They are Brett Montez and Toby Johansson. Hello everybody, welcome to Ghastly's Cult Classics. This is me, Ghastly Satana, and thanks for joining us. If this is your first time watching Ghastly's Cult Classics, I'll tell you a little bit about it. We show movies here and also talk about movies and talk to filmmakers, artists, composers, musicians, anyone who's into the arts, particularly the dark arts, and talk about the paranormal, sometimes conspiracy theory, all kinds of things. Anything can happen. Hello, welcome to the show. Today on Ghastly's Cult Classics we have Miss Mandy Rose, and Mandy Rose is a paranormal investigator. She's the head of Paranormal Peterborough. I'm not sure if I said the name.
Peterborough Paranormal Society.
Peterborough Paranormal Society. She's the leader of that, and she's been a ghost hunter. Well, how long have you been investigating the paranormal phenomenon, ghosts? Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I started the Peterborough Paranormal Society in 2005.
Here you go. The world's oldest religion is magic. Magic has existed as a practice amongst mankind since our most primitive days, the beginning of the passing of the flame from Prometheus. The passing of the flame from Prometheus more or less means the discovery of fire, or alchemy, or science.